everyone, and welcome to part 1 of my Exercise Made Easy video series. This is the science behind exercise. My name is Paige Leonard, and I'm the Integrative Nutrition Health Coach at Rejuvenate in Schoharie. So I'm going to break this down for you into 3 different parts. It's going to be metabolism, muscle building, and weight loss. I'm going to give you a basic general overview of all of this, and I'm hoping to reaffirm what you know, give you more information and correct any misinformation you might have. This is an overview so that you can kind of get the understanding of the why behind what we're doing and be able to use this in accomplishing the goals you want to accomplish in the most effective way possible. So we're going to start off with metabolism, and you've heard a lot about this. People say they have slow metabolism. People say they have fast metabolism. But overall, it's just the conversion of food to energy. So anytime you eat or drink something, it's combined with oxygen in your body and released into your body as energy. And it's really broken down into your basal metabolic rate, your thermogenesis, and physical activity. So basal metabolic rate is essentially what you burn for all of your autonomic functions in your body, like your liver function, your kidney function, stuff like that. So basically, if you think about it, it's you're just sitting still and doing absolutely nothing. Your basal metabolic rate, that's what it is. It's just everything besides, activity and stuff like that. And then we go into, what really affects your basal metabolic rate, and that's your composition of your body, your sex, and your age. So body composition, it really comes down to, the key here is muscle. So if you think about it, you have a 250-pound man and he's full of muscle. Then you've got a 250-pound man who's lived most of his life sedentary and he's got more fat deposits. At rest, the man with more muscle will burn more energy because having muscle burns energy. I mean, it takes a lot more upkeep, essentially. And then we think about it as your sex. I mean, men typically have more muscle than women because of their testosterone levels. And as we age, our muscle mass decreases and our fat deposits increase, and this will slow your metabolism down. Then we go into thermogenesis, which is food processing. So everything you eat or drink, basically when it enters your body, you digest it and eliminate it. It takes about 10% of the total calories from carbs and proteins you eat every day. So on your very basic, this is what your body does every single day. It's the baseline is your basal metabolic rate and food processing. Then we have physical activity, and this is where you actively are able to increase or slow your metabolism down just by actually working out. And this is really the nit and grit of metabolism, just kind of a basic overview. And I would like to focus on muscle building right now because you can see muscles have a little bit to do with how much your basal metabolic rate runs at. And it's muscle, there's a lot to go into muscle building. We don't have a lot of time to sit there and, go down to the nit and grit of exactly how muscle's built. But just understand that essentially to build muscle, you have to break it down. So what you do is this is through the process of hypertrophy, which is basically challenge your body with different resistance and weight to build your muscle up. So as you say, you have a 20-pound weight and you're used to using that, and then you go to 25 pounds. Well, your muscles are used to 20 pounds. So when you add that extra 5 pounds, your muscles stretch and they tear a little bit, and then your body goes, we need to repair itself. So we're going to fuse those muscle cells. We're going to make a bigger, stronger muscle. And the next time we see 25 pounds, we're going to be able to handle that. So it's just your body adapting to its environment and changing for better. And you'll feel this in what we call delayed onset muscle soreness. So when you tear and rip your muscle, just like micro tears, it's not like you're drastically tearing your muscle. You get little pockets of inflammation around those tears. And that's where all of your chemical mediators go in, they repair that muscle, and you will feel this inflammation. Typically, the highest amount of pain you'll feel from this is actually 48 hours after you work out. But you ever notice how, doing a workout, you feel really sore the next day? This is just delayed onset muscle soreness. You should be proud of that and just pumped that your bodies are adapting and becoming stronger, because once you're done feeling sore, you're going to be stronger. So it's key to not allow yourself to get a little discouraged. I know some people who don't work out all the time feel this, and then a couple days into it, they're like, I'm too sore, I forget about it, I don't want to do anything. So just remember that if you don't have a regular exercise routine, you really do need to take it slow, because your body will adapt better that way, and you won't be as sore. So just go easy and enjoy the process. But also for women, a lot of, I've heard a lot of about women don't want to go into muscle building or resistance training because they don't want to get big and bulky. And I'm going to tell you that's probably not what's going to happen, because it depends on your body type. And we have 3 major body types. We've got the mesomorphs, the ectomorphs, and the endomorphs. Your mesomorphs are able to pack on mass fast. So think about the bodybuilder who's just picks up a weight and the next day he's bigger than, it's wonderful and it's easy to do and he barely has to do anything to get it. I mean, well, yeah, obviously he has to work hard at it, but it's easier for him to pack muscle mass on. You got your ectomorphs, typically slim framed, and they're harder to put on muscle mass. But they can increase their strength a lot. And then you have an endomorph, which is kind of middle of the road. They can put on mass effectively, just takes them a little bit harder than, like, say, a mesomorph. Women typically land in ectomorph and endomorph. I mean, I don't think you really worry about mesomorphic unless you're, supplementing with some extra stuff there. But just remember that this isn't going to be what you are going to do, and actually having muscle in your body helps you burn fat at rest. And as you have more muscle in your body, when you're working out, you burn more energy because you just have more to burn because your body has more, right? Just think about muscles as your friend in this whole thing. So one of the things I want to kind of point out here is muscle repair. You really need to give yourself the time to relax and allow your muscles to repair those micro tears. So you'll see this in people who work out like Mondays and Wednesdays to do upper body, they'll do chest, and then like Tuesdays and Thursdays they'll do like lower body and abs. They're just rotating this to give your body the couple days it needs to really repair the muscles and become stronger. If you don't do this, then you're going to have a harder time adapting to the workouts, and you'll see things like overtraining, potential to rupture tendons this way, and really do a lot of damage. So just give your body the time it needs to rest and repair after an intense muscle building workout. So as we're going to go into weight loss now and understand, and this is going to be fun, but the process of weight loss it comes down to fat burning is like lipolysis, which is basically we take the fat tissue, we convert it to fatty acids, then we convert that to glucose, and that goes into energy. So it's like this 3-step process before we get to the energy part. And this is it takes a lot of energy. So your body actually is an amazing, efficient machine, and it will go to the easiest path. And the easiest path is through something called glucose, which is your blood sugar. So if you have a high blood sugar level before you work out, your body immediately goes, that's the energy source I'm going to go towards. I'm going to burn all that up, and if I don't have enough after that's done, I will go into fat burning. So in live science, they have a statistic that like a 30-minute moderate exercise workout burns about 200 calories. You see about 200 calories in a 32-ounce Gatorade or a protein shake. So if you drink these or eat these, eat that type of stuff before, or anything that's high glycemic, before you work out, you're actually negating any weight loss benefits that you might get. So this is just something to pay attention to, and we will go a little bit more into the nutrition side of things later on in the series. So how do you burn fat while working out if you know that glucose is the first thing? I mean, you can do it one or two ways. You can work out really, really hard, or you can do what I'm going to tell you next, which is our myth busting on weight loss. So to really explain this, I need to tell you a little bit about our sympathetic and our parasympathetic nervous system. So our sympathetic nervous system is our fight and flight system. This is where we burn glucose for energy, and typically a lot of people are in their sympathetic nervous system most of the day. But then we have our parasympathetic nervous system, which is our rest and digest system. It uses fat as energy, and your body will never actively go into parasympathetic nervous system. It will actively go into sympathetic nervous system because it might need you to run away from something or fight your way out of something. So your body will actually actively put you in this. And if you have a high anxiety, you will be in this all of the time. So your trick here is to figure out how to activate your parasympathetic nervous system. And that's through your nose. So when you breathe in through your nose, you hit your vagus nerve and your brain actually switches to relaxation. So it can be hard to breathe through your nose. I have a small nose, and compared to my body. So when I'm working out, it's hard to remember to breathe through my nose. And so I just have to actively take it one day at a time, and just every time I notice I'm not, go back to it. And now I do it pretty regularly. So it's kind of it's a trick that you can apply. A lot of people find, are in their fat burning mode when they're in stuff like restorative exercises, like yoga or Tai Chi. And this is just because they're in a relaxed state. So in my next video on the types of workouts, I will show you how to actually use this trick to burn fat in less time than you would typically do if you ran for 5 miles. So it's going to be exciting. I think that this is going to be really good stuff to kind of apply to our workouts. Really watch the next 2 videos. It's going to be helpful. What we went over today is that metabolism is really the driving force behind fat burning. Your muscles have to the more muscle you have, the higher your resting metabolism will be. And then your muscles are built by breaking them down. So just take everything I gave you today, just absorb it, try to understand it a little bit better. Pay attention to the next 2 videos. We'll take what we learned today and kind of put that in there. This is going to be exciting, and I'm very pumped for this. I hope that you really, really enjoy this, and I'll see you in the next video.